about why coming to the US or Canada for a PhD is a much better option and why it is much better than a master's degree. I will give you 9 major reasons. Number 1 of which is that in a PhD program you are fully funded. What happens is that when you come here for masters, unless you get a full scholarship, which is not very common, you have to pay heavy tuition fee and then you have to struggle to find means to find an on-campus job. Whereas when you come for a PhD, you are already fully funded. At least if it is not funded, that PhD program is not worthy of attending. Okay. Now, you don't have to pay any tuition fee. Instead, you will be paid a stipend every single month, and that happens right from the beginning. So you do not have to go out and look for on-campus jobs. Remember that working outside of the campus is not legal. So as a master's student, you are restricted to the university campus, right? As a PhD student, your stipend is enough where you do not have to struggle like a master's student. Although when you finish with a master's degree, you get a job sooner, no doubt, whereas you have to spend 3 to 4 years more in a PhD program. I understand that, but you should also keep this in mind that it can take anywhere between 4 to 8 years to repay your loans that you incurred as a student. On the other hand, PhD is a better option because you do not incur any additional student loans. You are literally debt free. The second reason why you should pursue PhD rather than masters is very important. What happens is that when you pursue a PhD degree, you have 2 options open. You can join either industry or you can join academia. If you just have a master's degree, for the most part, you do not have that option available to you. With a master's degree, for the most part, you are restricted to a handful of companies where your application will be considered. However, with a PhD degree, there are a variety of jobs in academia as well. If in case, let's assume that you are not able to get a tenure track professor position, there are still non-tenure track positions. There are instructors, clinical professors, and a whole variety of other options such as postdoctoral positions in universities. And after you are done with your postdoc, you can choose to go to academia as well. The third reason is that if you are a PhD student, you get extra time to look for internships during the summer. As a master's student, seldom you will have 2 summers, but for the most part, you will have only 1 summer to look for an internship. However, as a PhD student, the time is on your side. You will get opportunities every single summer, and if you get a real internship one summer, you can look for even better internships the next summer. And if you get those internships, you have a better chance of finding a great paying job in industry if you're not interested in academia. But here comes another important point. Let's say you're not interested in PhD, you are a master's student and you're struggling to find an internship. What can you do then? Truth be told, even finding an internship opportunity can be quite difficult if you are an international student. Because even for an internship, you have to compete against other students who have prior industry experience. Whereas majority of the master's students do not have prior work experience. If you do not have work experience, it becomes harder to get a job. And unless you get a job, you will not get work experience. It's a catch-22 situation here. And it should be noted that a good number of jobs available in the US and Canada are technology jobs. However, not all students are studying IT and data analytics here, right? A large number of international students come to America and Canada to pursue business degrees. And a degree in marketing is one of the most popular degrees that people pursue here. A good news though is that to manage the gap between talent and work experience, you have an option. And the option is a platform called Acadium. With Acadium, you get the opportunity to learn directly from a mentor. You get all the guidance regarding various aspects of digital marketing. So much so that you can even choose to work full-time with the same mentor and the same organization after your apprenticeship is over. Let me show you how this works. More than 10,000 people have already had apprenticeships with Acadium mentors. And more than half of these people got a full-time job with the same mentor in that organization. And that makes Acadium a very cool platform. Their interface is very easy and simple. And an amazing thing is that you can directly message the mentors and ask more about their requirements. They will respond to you and tell you what exactly they are looking for. And once a match is made between the mentor and you will be guided by that mentor for 3 months, where in the course of 3 months, you will be required to work for that mentor for 120 hours, which is about 10 hours a week. And don't worry, all that work is remote. So you can be anywhere in the world and can still gain valuable work experience. Simply put, You learn skills for free. See, someone is putting their valuable time and energy into coaching you, and they are equipping you with important skills without charging you for it. You will be given a variety of tasks by your mentor, and your performance for each task is rated. And you will also be checking in with an apprenticeship advisor whom you will update about how your experience is coming along. You will regularly update them about how your work is and what you are learning. And the best thing is that after those 3 months, once your apprenticeship is over, you will have work experience to show on your resume, you will have a reference letter from the mentor, and you will get a certification. And now let me repeat, if you do a good job in those 3 months, you can be made a full-time job offer with that mentor for that organization. How amazing is that? The link to sign up for Acadium is given in the description of this video. Click on the link and check it out for yourself. All you need is a Google or an Apple account. And once you create an account at Acadium, you can connect your LinkedIn to that account and transfer all your information. So definitely try it out and start your digital marketing career with Acadium. The fourth reason why PhD degree is better than a master's degree is because the chances of you being an unemployed graduate are very, very low. Let's say you have a PhD from the US. Even if you do not get a job in the US, the whole world is wide open for you. Remember, there are thousands and thousands of universities all over the world. The fifth reason is that you have the opportunity to make a recession-proof career. Let's say you have a PhD degree and then you are working for a company, okay, and then you get laid off. Remember that even in 2008 recession, the percentage of people among the people who were laid off was the lowest among PhD degree holders. Now let us, for the sake of argument, assume that you still lose your job, you still get laid off. The point is that you can always get a temporary job to fill in that gap with a position at a university. Universities are always looking for people to teach classes. And I have known a few people who have done that. People who were laid off, so they went to a university and took up a teaching job until they found a better job later. And then they went back to industry. Because many positions such as a lecturer, teaching professor or a clinical professor are always available at universities. The sixth reason is that you always have an edge over a master's degree holder. And why do I say that? Well, there are a lot of people with master's degrees out there. I'm not saying that if you have a PhD you are better or smarter than a master's degree holder. That's not the case. But your chances of coming up with new and interesting ideas in your job are higher, and that happens because you have gone through rigorous training in your PhD program. After all, you have had the training to find solutions for difficult problems. You have read through a number of research papers. You have seen what kind of problems they were addressing and how they came up with those solutions, and then you were required to do the same. Because you have done it extensively and you have found solutions for difficult problems, you are better able to find solutions. No problem is too big for you. The seventh reason I recommend PhD or a master's degree is that it is the highest degree. It is called a terminal degree. Once you have a PhD, nobody can take that away from you. You have done something that very few people have done, and therefore you will always have that respect. And because of that respect, your views and opinions will always be valued. The eighth reason why a PhD degree is better is because when you are a master's student, you have only 1 to 2 years to complete that master's degree, right? So you do not have all that opportunity to spend so much time with people. When you are a PhD student, you go to conferences regularly, you build close bonds with your peers and the new friends that you will make at these conferences. Because of that, your network will be quite big, and you can use that network to your advantage, not just for yourself. You can in fact use that network to help others. And the ninth and a very important reason is that with a PhD degree, you can qualify for EB1 green card category. If you have a PhD degree and you have published research papers, you can get reference letters from accomplished scholars. And if you can do that, you can actually beat that long line, especially if you were born in India. You can beat that line to get that green card much faster. And that is the case if you are interested in staying in the US. Now, make this point clear. If you have a PhD from US, that degree will always be well regarded all over the world. A PhD degree from the US is probably the most respected PhD that you can earn. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind and God bless America.